Hello and welcome back to another video. We are doing my nails again. Of course, as per usual. I don't even need to say that anymore. We're almost always doing my nails. Unless you see 4 hands in the shot, then they're probably not just my nails. Okay, so we're starting off by removing my last set. I had done this set on myself like 5 days prior as like a holding set, knowing that I was going to be doing my nails again basically before I went on vacation. So I did like an Izemi builder base just so I could file off the design. That's the base I intended to use anyways, but so I could file off the design and have little work to do basically. So basically I filed off the design, buffed it over, and now I'm prepping because when I did actually that set that was just on, I didn't do any major prep, like I didn't trim my cuticles, that sort of thing. I did what was necessary, but I didn't go above and beyond. So I'm doing that now. So I'm going to do the usual prep, push back my cuticles, which you can see like I'm exposing a decent amount of growth there as well. I mean, not a decent amount, but enough to like backfill it sort of situation, which I basically just use base coat because it's so minor. So I'm scraping all the cuticle and dead tissue off of my nail plate, as you do. Using this little tool, which I don't know what it's called, but it's my favorite because it really gets all the crap off, which is important. And then yeah, it's important to use something to kind of dig out the corners. If you're doing like an e-file manicure or dry manicure, you can usually get in there with a bit, but I only use the e-file for part of my prep. So I'm just going in there, doing my thing. And then I'm using my great little brush from Lee Valley. Have you ever been to a Lee Valley? I went in for the first time to get these nail brushes because I had tried one once before and they were fantastic. I thought it was going to be like a hardware store. It's like a showroom. It's elegant. Now I'm going in with my little skiver bit from Erica's ATA. Sorry, my brain this morning. It's Sunday morning. I'm pushing back my cuticles, and this is helping to potentially remove any missed dead tissue on the nail plate. I run it in forward and I hit the left side of my nail, and then I go back around and run it in reverse and I hit the right side of my nail. Just pushing everything back. This one, it's not kind of fine enough to get down the sides or anything, so I'm just using it, and it's super soft, so I'm basically just using it mostly around the cuticle area and then a slight run down the side. This shot is basically out of shot, but I basically just wanted to show you that I was using a sanding band and going over the gel that was already on my nail and then the new exposed natural nail. I'm going in with my Izemi base gel, and this is like in a medium mid viscosity, and I'm just applying that over the entire nail. And I'm not really like backfilling the nail, but I'm taking the base gel all the way to the cuticle, and it's still like acceptable because it had only been a few days since I applied the base, to not use like a builder gel to fill it, if that makes sense. Now I didn't go around and file my nails because I thought I was going to sculpt out a slight square shape. And I say I thought I was going to sculpt it because I started, and then I was like, I really don't feel like sitting here for 4 hours doing my own nails, so I'm going to forego that part. And I wiped it all off, removed the form, and now I'm going in and shaping my nail, which is why, yeah, there's a base coat on and I started shaping. I had other plans, changed my mind, wasn't motivated enough to do any extensions on myself. Because, you know, sometimes you just have to be in the mood. That was not I. Now I'm going in with the Show Me, I don't even know, is it Onric? Anyways, it's the Starlight Pony Glitter from Sweetie Nail Supply. You can use code Rebecca for 10% off your purchase from Sweetie Nail Supply. Whoop. So I'm using this glitter. It's really pretty. It's a silver glitter, and it has the occasional blue sparkle in it, which I love. So I am gonna apply that to all the nails. I do wish, in hindsight, I was flash curing them because it is a bit of a thicker gel. You know, she can shift around a little. I wish I was flash curing it into place because, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, my nails are not perfectly as flat as I would like them to be, or in the perfect shape, let's just say that. There's the occasional lump and bump, nothing offensive, but I could have done better. I should have used my mind, my brain. Now I'm going in with my buffer again, lightly buffing over top of this. This is to make sure that there's no sticky outy bits of glitter, no spiky bits, and then also to B, prep the base because I'm going to be doing some airbrush. I am basically doing a full stencil set. So when it comes to airbrushing, you can either lay down a matte base or you can buff the base. I am fine with both. Lots of the time on clients, I'll end up just laying down the matte base, but if there's a reason to buff the base, then I'll do that. But they both work great. So I am just going to essentially be throwing down a bunch of stencils and using black airbrush. So I'm gonna let you enjoy this part. I will say one thing to note is I am using acrylic paint, like acrylic nail paint. So it is drying. I don't have to cure in between or anything, so I'm basically spraying it and then as soon as it hits the nail, it's essentially dry. So that's how I'm able to layer stencils on top of each other. Okay, but enjoy this part. I'll be quiet. Now that all the airbrushing is done, I am just going around with my file and I'm just filing the edge to make sure there's no paint on the edge, because that is something you want to make sure before you cap in the airbrush with a base coat. I see lots of people not cap in the airbrush, but I think for extra security and just to make sure you don't get any chipping, it's a great idea. Why not? One extra step, cap it in, lock and load, good to go. So I'm just going to do that. Just a thin layer is enough. If you've applied a lot of airbrush paint, I wouldn't recommend brushing over the airbrush paint too much, just because you can shift it around a little. But as long as you've applied thin layers, you don't have to worry too much. But avoid over touching the nail, basically. Then pop that in the light, and then I'm going in with my resin top coat, applying a healthy layer of that. This is in the mid, so it's not super thin, not super thick, but you get the point. And here we have it. Here is the final look. Something that's pretty simple to do, but very, very cool. I love an airbrush stencil look, so I'm all about this. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I shall catch you in the next video.